Alright guys, moving right along here in part 2. I got one more Walther's gondola to show you guys. This one is First Union 35446, another leased car, and another Walther's model. This one had some pretty basic detailing, so the first thing I did before anything else was I put the coupler bars, air hoses, some photo etch parts, and some other basic details just to enhance this car just a little bit and make it look a little bit more realistic. Also to look a little more prototypical to the real car that I modeled here. So with this one, I bulged the panels again, put the dents in them, the ribs are pretty warped, and then the ends are bulged out pretty well too. You guys can see it's starting to stress, and then it's got just a little bit of sagging in the center. You guys can see that. And then you can see I darkened the panels with the washes. You got the patch out for the data there, but it's starting to rust over a little bit. Added the double set of safety stripes. The old safety striping is on the bottom. It's starting to peel away. You can see the primer underneath, and then the new stripes are on top here, running along the top. Got some more basic patches on the side, and then the essential patches here, which are done with the Smokebox Graphics condensed leased decals to do these graphics here. Looks pretty good. On the trucks even too, you guys can see on the trucks they came out really well, nicely weathered. I did add the metal wheels to this as well. That was the other thing I did. I got the mud splatter effects. I even put the data for the, if I actually put it in the, I can't really see it too well, but you guys can see the data on the truck there too. That's spray painted on. That's something they do on all these cars these days. So that was a nice little effect I did on this car since I had the time to do it. But you can see all the rust effects again. There's this end. It's pretty well bowed out. You guys can see that. And then there's the patching on the top, and you got the kick-up spray, the mud splatter, and everything else. There's the interior. It's rusted to hell. You got the custom shredded aluminum load in there. Again, I believe these are from Moleco or Motrac. I can't remember exactly, but it's a fine shredded aluminum, and it looks really well in these cars, I'll tell you what. So this side here has some patching. It's just quick spray patching, but other than that, it's pretty much the same. As you guys can see, a little bit better emphasis on the warping here. You guys can actually see how the car's bowed in the center. Matter of fact, just for fun here, bear with me here. If I take a straight edge, you guys can see just how much it's warped. You guys can see that. It's pretty cool. Nice little effect I like to do. It's just a matter of heating up the car, and then you can warp it like that. You just can't do it too extreme because you end up screwing up the coupler height, and then you have to try to deal with that. But still a cool effect to add to these older cars, so I'm really happy with that. Excuse me guys, excuse me. I just got over a cold recently. I'm still dealing with that. Now, another interesting project I've been wanting to do for years, and I've just started doing, is railguns and the CSX prototypes that they got. This is the first one I've done. I got a couple more I'm going to do, but this is the prototype, if you will. The first one I've done that I wanted to try to replicate. So you guys can see it's weathered to hell. It's custom patched, faded, weathered down. I did a lot to this car to get it to look like it does. And again, I did the bulge panel effects on the sides. I sagged the interior, or sagged the floor of the car so that the car is bowed in the center. You guys can see all the rust, pitting, scratch effects, all done with the acrylics, oils, and it's enhanced with powders. But you can see all the gouges on the panels. Something very important you got to get done on these cars if you want to look right. This one in particular completely lost the railgun logo. Some of these cars they patched the railgun logo, others they didn't. The next couple cars I'm going to do, which is a total of 2, will all retain their railgun logos. So those are the next ones I'm doing. But this one's a complete patch out, which is, there's a couple of them. But anyway, the interior came out really well. You can see all that fresh rust, all the dents and dings. You guys can see all the rust and debris on the interior, all the grime. And then I added the coupler bars and hoses to this one as well. And then on this side you got a little graffiti, the patching, weathering. You guys can see the yellow starting to chip away, and it's starting to be eaten away by the rust, and it's starting to bleed out. The rust is bleeding over it. Right there you guys can see all those nice, beautiful rust effects that I've done. It took me hours, I mean hours, to get that right, and I'm very happy with how it turned out. And again, if we look down the panels, you see them, they're all bulged out, and they got the stress lines from where the metal is stretched out. You can see that. Got a good look on that one. So that's the first railgun I've done, and I'm really happy with the results. I mean, really happy. It's a beautiful, impeccable model. I'm proud of it. So I'm going to do 2 more of these next, and maybe I'll even sell one. You never know. So that's the first railgun I've done. Really happy with that car. These 2 cars I'm going to show now are Athearn Genesis box cars. This is a Wisconsin Central patch out. These are really popular. These sold pretty fast. This one's weathered to prototype photos. I got some custom graffiti on there. Faded down the patches a little bit to get it modernized. To get the new safety striping added. Some tagging here and there. This car is pre-faded from the factory, so there's very little I had to do other than just the weathering. I just added the rust streaks, some graffiti, some pitting on the sides, scratches and everything else, and just some more patching, additional patching, stuff like that. The roof came out pretty well. It's all done with oils and acrylics. This end has the kick up, and on this end as well. You can take a look at that. And then on this side, pretty much the same. You know, nothing crazy, just another really cool patch out. The color is pretty accurate on this. From even my cameras, even though it's not that best of a quality, you can still see the color pretty well. It's pretty accurate to what you're seeing. It looks really nice. I'm really glad Athearn's doing these patch outs. But that's the first one I've done. Again, you can see those really nice rust streak effects done with the acrylics first. You do the streaking with the acrylics first to get that dark and defined line, and then I follow behind with the oils and just fan it out and basically create a wash down the side to do those effects. But that's the first one. That's the WC1 2014. These things are pretty rare at this point. They sold out pretty fast from Athearn, so I'm glad I got one when I got the chance. Here we go. Next one is the regular Wisconsin Central. This one's faded down, weathered. Got the beat up logo, patching, safety striping added, the graffiti, all prototype. The Wisconsin Central logo's whited out. I did that by hand and just scratched it up a little bit, beat it up. Got the new data there. And then on the roof, just some heavy washes and grime and pitting on the roof. And then just some heavy washes down the sides as well. And then on this side, pretty much the same. You got a little bit more gang scribble. Tried to do the rust pitting effects on this side as well. You can see the scratches from the doors, the forklifts. Safety striping's added. There's some more graffiti. But another nice, really nice car, another PCNF. I love these PCNF cars. They're really well detailed. They have the Athearn Genesis trucks on them, so they have the roller bearings at work, which is pretty sweet. The trucks came out pretty well too. It's the standard grime mix, and then it's enhanced with the powders and chucks. So that's the last Wisconsin Central car. Another one I'm really happy with. Another nice modern car. Now the last 3 box cars I'll show you guys are 2 more fresh releases from Athearn. The BKTY boxes. These are pretty popular. This first one here is BKTY 150 247, and it's got pretty heavy washes down the side. It's starting to rust up a little bit. You got the little pieces of paper that these things always get on the door. I don't know why they add them. It's like, I don't know. Anyway, I did that effect with decals to do those like little labels that keep getting peeled off. Put the safety stripe on it. Put it at the wheels. This one's got the replacement wheel. And then on this side, pretty much the same. It's starting to get a little graffiti, just here and there, but it's still pretty clean, you know. Not too crazy yet. The roof, painted the panels, that rusty tone color. But that's the first one. Just a light wash, pretty clean still, but it's the dirtiest of the 2. This next one is modeled brand new, so just another good example of a brand new car, fresh repaint, modeled as a prototype photo, so it's got the high gloss finish. Only the trucks, couplers, and the roof are weathered. I did put the safety striping on it. There's the roof again, just done with the acrylics and oils and chalks, sealed up with dull coat to do that. Pretty simple. But it's another nice fresh repaint. I like these GATX cars. Glad Athearn took the advantage in doing these. They look really good. Just some more modern cars I can put in my roster. So there's the 2 GATX cars. This last box car I have is BKTY. Oh shoot, wrong one. I think I showed this one in the last video. Let me grab it. I accidentally grabbed the wrong box car, guys. I'm sorry. Let me see if I can grab it here. It's in my drawer here. I was meaning to show you guys this. This is the other one I've been working on here. Sorry about that. No edits. No edits. ATW 9274. This is custom faded and patched. Got the custom graffiti and everything else on it. This one is done from prototype photos, and then it has the interesting wash effects to create that bleached pink out tone that the real car has. This is done with Gary Christensen's color transition fade effects, which is basically where you take acrylic washes and blend out the color to create what you want. So that's how I did that. And then I put the custom graffiti on it, got the fresh HEW patches, some repairs on the sides of the car that some of these things usually get. There's graffiti, the safety striping. You can see it's starting to peel off on the door there, on the door track. Door's rusted up pretty good. You get some streaks and everything. There's the roof, and on this side, well, actually, there's the ends with the patching as well. But on this side, a little simpler, lighter graffiti, but really the emphasis is on the weathering here. I just wanted to really have a good display model for this weathering effect that I did, and I really like it. You can see the patching there again. So it's another nice mainline ready rusted out boxcar ready to go in service. So that's another neat little project I've been working on. This one took me a little while, but looks pretty good. Pretty happy with it. So that pretty much finishes up the video, guys. I'll have some more projects coming here. I got a bunch more rolling stock I'm doing. I've been stocking up. I got a bunch of pre-orders coming as well. You guys can be on the lookout for more how-to videos coming up as well. A lot of new projects coming, a lot of custom building and everything. So it's going to get really exciting here in the next couple months, guys. So you guys stay tuned for more. Be sure to follow me on Facebook. Keep an eye on my page, Dan's Custom Trains. And, of course, follow me here on YouTube for more. You guys can check me out also on Instagram. CoolHandDano5 is my tag. You guys can follow my work there as well. But just wanted to show you guys some of the stuff I'm working on. Keep your eye out for more in the future, and until next time, take care.